Hello my friends, I Mr. Pranab Oza welcome you to our channel e-learning A to Z. In this lecture we are going to discuss third example of beam design. Here we shall design laterally unsupported steel beam. Let's see the example. A simply supported steel beam of span 3.5 meter is subjected to effective bending moment of 300 kN meter and effective shear force of 140 kN. The beam is laterally unsupported. Design a section using steel of grade Fe 410. Let's start the solution. As a first step, we shall write down the given data. The span of the beam, which is denoted by small l, is 3.5 meter. Then factored bending moment, which is denoted by capital M, is 300 kN meter. Then factored shear force, which is denoted by P, is 140 kN. For Fe 410 grade of steel, yield stress, which is denoted by Fy, is 250 Newton per mm square. Also, the given beam is laterally unsupported. In step 2, we shall select a section which can carry the given factored moment and shear force. First of all, we shall calculate the plastic section modulus required, which is denoted by Zp required. This is equal to 1.3 m gamma m naught by Fy. Here we have increased the required plastic section modulus by 30%. That's why I have multiplied it by 1.3. If you see the note, the plastic section modulus required is increased by 30% to account for lateral torsional buckling. As the given beam section which we are going to design is laterally unsupported, therefore it is subjected to lateral torsional buckling. That's why we have increased the required section modulus by 30%. Here the given factor bending moment 300 kN meter is converted into 300 into 10 to the power 6 Newton mm. And then gamma m naught is 1.1 and yield stress Fy is 250. So plastic section modulus required is calculated as 1716 into 10 cube mm cube. Therefore we have to choose a beam section in such a way that its plastic section modulus is greater than the required value. Therefore, selected a section ISHB 450 at the rate 855.4 Newton per meter, whose plastic section modulus is 1955.2 into 10 cube mm. So if I convert it to mm cube, but in steel table it is given in centimeter cube. So its plastic section modulus value is greater than the required value, which is 1237.5 into 10 cube. The properties of the section ISHB 450 at the rate 855.4 Newton per meter. So for this section, the total depth of the section, which is denoted by H, is 450 mm. Then width of the flange or breadth of the flange, which is denoted by BF, is 250 mm. Then thickness of flange TF is 13.7 mm. Then thickness of web TW is 9.8 mm. Then R1 is equal to 15 mm. Then RZZ or RXX is 18.78 centimeter or 187.8 mm. Then RYY is 5.18 centimeter or 51.8 mm. then elastic section modulus or ZXX is 1742.7 into 10 to the power 4. Now in step 3 we have to classify the section into which it belongs. So for that I have to follow the table number 2, which gives the limiting width to thickness ratio. Based on width to thickness ratio, we have to classify the section into which class the section belongs. So first of all, you have to calculate the epsilon, which is 250 by Fy whole to the power 1 by 2. That means root over of 250 by Fy. Here the yield stress Fy is 250, so the value of epsilon is calculated as 1. Then outstanding of flange denoted by small b. Small b is the distance from the central line of the wave to the edge of the flange. We know the total width of the flange is Bf. So small b equal Bf by 2. So here the Bf is 250. So small b is calculated as 125 mm. Then we have to calculate depth of the wave denoted by small d. If you see, this is a I section and its total height is small h. Now this is the thickness of the flange, which is denoted by Tf. Then in between the flange and the wave, this is one curvature and its radius is r. If I draw this curved part, this will be like this. Its radius is r1, and this is the 1/4. This part is the 1/4 of one circle. Now we have to calculate the depth of the wave, this one, which is denoted by small d, and this distance is r1, which is the radius of this curvature. Therefore depth of the wave d equal total depth h minus, I have to subtract the thickness of the flange and r1 for the top flange, Tf plus r1. Similarly for the bottom flange also I have to subtract the same value. That means I have to multiply it by 2 for both top and bottom. So in this way we shall calculate small d, where Tf is 13.7 and r1 is 15 mm. Then we shall calculate b by Tf. Here b is 125, Tf is 13.7. d by Tw, here d is 392.6 and Tw is 9.8. So the ratio is calculated as 40.06. Now if you see the table 2, for outstanding element of compression flange for rolled section, b by Tf is less than equal to 9.4 epsilon for plastic section and 10.5 epsilon for compact section and 10.7 epsilon for semi-compact section. If you see here, b by Tf is less than 9.4 epsilon or it is equal to 9.4, because b by Tf value is 9.12. Therefore the flange of the I section belongs to the class plastic. That means the flange part is a plastic section. Then come to the wave part. For the wave of an I, H or box section, neutral axis at the mid depth. If you see our section IS HB 450, it is a symmetric section. So here the neutral axis will be at a distance h by 2 from the both flanges, because the total depth of the section is h. So for this case, d by tw is limited to 84 epsilon for plastic section, 105 epsilon for compact section, and 126 epsilon for semi-compact section. For our case, d by tw is 40.06 and it is less than 84 epsilon or 84. Therefore, the wave of the I section is a plastic section. As both the flange and wave of the section is plastic, therefore the section is a plastic section. In step 4, we have to check for design bending strength. As the beam is laterally unsupported, the first I shall calculate the effective length of the beam, LLT. It is equal to the actual length of the beam, which is 3.5 meter or 3500 mm. Then, as the beam is laterally unsupported, therefore we shall follow the clause number 8.2.2. First we shall calculate FCRB. This is the formula for FCRB. So we have noted down this formula according to the IS code, and then we shall put the required values. Here E is the modulus of elasticity of steel. So for the mild steel, the modulus of elasticity is 2 into 10 to the power 5. Then LLT is the effective length, which is 3500 mm. Then RY, already we have noted down from steel table, it is 51.8. Then again the effective length LLT is 3500, RY is 51.8. Then total depth H is 450 mm. Then thickness of flange is 13.7. After simplifying this expression, we shall get FCR, B is equal to 523.51 Newton per mm square. Now the design bending compressive stress corresponding to lateral buckling FBD can be referred from the table 13A of IS 800/2007. If you see the table 13A, which gives the design bending compressive stress corresponding to lateral buckling FBD, alpha LT equal 0.21. See, in clause number 8.2.2, the alpha LT values are given. Alpha LT is equal to 0.21 for rolled steel section and alpha LT equal 0.49 for welded steel section. As our section is a rolled steel section, so here the alpha LT will be 0.21, and in this case the FCRB is 523.51 Newton per mm square. And as we are using the structural steel, its yield stress is 250 Newton per mm square. By following the table 13A, for FCRB 526, its value will be in between 500 and 600, and FY is 250, therefore it will be in between 197.7 and 188.6. From table 13A, we have noted down that for FCRB 500, the value of FBD is 188.6, and for 600, the value of FBD is 197.7. To calculate the value of FBD for 523.51, we have to interpolate in between these two. Therefore, FBD is equal to 188.6 plus difference between 197.7 and 188.6, this one. Then the difference between 600 and 500, and this is multiplied by difference between 523.51 minus 500, which is equal to 190.74 Newton per mm square. This is the value of design bending compressive stress FBD. Now design bending strength of the beam is calculated as per the clause 8.2.2, which gives the bending strength of laterally unsupported beam. Here MD equal beta B ZP FBD. Beta B equal to 1.0 for plastic and compact section. We have put the value of beta B as 1, then ZP, which is taken from the steel table, that is 19955.2 into 10 cube. Then FBD we have calculated as 190.74. Finally MD is calculated as 372.93 into 10 to the power 6 Newton mm or 372.93 kilonewton meter, and it is greater than the given factored moment 300 kilonewton meter, hence it is safe. Then in step 4 we have to check for shear capacity. For that we have to follow the clause number 8.4 of IS 800. We shall calculate the design shear strength VD. Here VD is equal to Vn by gamma m naught, and again Vn equal to Vp, and Vp equal AV F YW by root 3. So if I put the value of Vn, finally the expression for Vd will be this one, and then again AB, which is the shear area, is equal to HTW, as the shear force is resisted by the wave portion. So the cross sectional area of the wave will be the shear area, and then if we put the values of H as 450 mm, TW thickness of the wave as 9.8, FYW, which is the yield strength of the wave, as 250, then gamma m naught as 1.1. The value of gamma m naught is taken from table 5 of IS 800. Remember FYW, which is the yield strength of the wave, is equal to Fy, yield strength. For the beam section, the whole section is made of the mild steel, so both for the wave and the flange the yield stress will be same. Finally the design shear strength is calculated as 578.66 into 10 cube Newton, and it is greater than the given factored shear force 140 into 10 cube Newton, hence the section is safe against shear. In step 5 we have to check for wave buckling. In this section we have calculated the ratio of D by TW, and it is equal to 40.46. Already we have calculated this value in the previous step. Now for the wave buckling we have to follow the clause number 8.4.2. Under that clause in 8.4.2.1 it is given that resistance to shear buckling shall be verified as specified when D by TW greater than 67 epsilon for wave without stiffener. So as this case no stiffener is used, we have to follow this line. So in our case D by TW is less than 67 epsilon or 67. Therefore, check for shear buckling of wave will not required. It is required when d by Tw is greater than 67 epsilon. Okay. In next step, we have to check for wave bearing. For that, we have to follow the clause number 8.7.4. Under that clause, we have to calculate Fw, which is equal to B1 plus N2 into Tw Fyw by gamma m naught. First of all, let us assume B1 equal to 100 mm. N2 equal, if I see N2 equal length obtained by dispersion through flange to the wave junction at a slope of 1:2.5 to the plane of the flange. So N2 equal 2.5 TF plus R1. If I put the values of TF as 13.7, R1 as 15, so N2 is calculated as 71.75. If I put the value of B1 as 100, N2 as 71.75, then TW as 9.8, then yield stress of wave as 250 and gamma m naught as 1.1. Fw is calculated as 382.53 into 10 cube 6 Newton, which is equal to 382.53 kilonewton, and it is greater than the given factored shear force of 140 kilonewton. Hence, our section is safe for wave bearing. Therefore, selected rolled steel section ISHB 450 at the rate 855.4 Newton per meter is safe as a beam to resist the given factored shear force as well as bending moment. This is all about the today's design on laterally unsupported steel beam for the given bending moment and shear force. I hope you have understand the design which we have done with the help of IS 800 2007. For any queries, you can comment me at the comment section or you can mail me to my mail address. Thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe it. Also like my videos and also share with your friends. Thank you.